33 minutes. Yeah, you're good enough. Anyway, Shalom. Once our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Kodash, and double honors to the apostles and to the elders of Great Stone. And salutations to all the brothers and ours in the Bible teaching this word in all sincerity and in all honesty. We're the Hebrews, the lights of the brother Makula, brother Awar. And basically, we are from the Great Stone Jamaica camp. You know, and you know, through the whole pandemic bullshit, you know, it's been a while since we was in the Bible, so we find a little place that is kind of isolated from the public, really. Seeing on the street, as I can say, to do a lesson, you know, because personally, I missed it being out there in the streets, man. I'm telling you the honest truth. See, but however, we just want to, you know, flow with the spirit, you know, because right now we're living in the time of prophecy, as the Apostle Tara called this year the year of prophecy. You understand? So our job, our duty is to prophesy, you know, the things that are written in the Holy Scriptures, man, and not of ourselves. You know, so we came not to speak of ourselves, but we come, you know, to speak what the Lord sent us to speak, you understand? Yeah, bring it up.
Alright, this is 2 Ezra 15 verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy.
Right, so we're speaking to you people the words of prophecy, man. Yeah, we're not coming to tell about the latest Jordan or, you know, something like that. We come to tell you, thus saith the Lord, and what all the scriptures is consist of, man. About you being the Israelites, the so-called Latinos, Native American Indians, you understand, so-called Negroes, and we are scattered among the four corners of the earth, and the Lord Yahweh Shai is going to deliver us from wheresoever we are scattered from, if we be a part of the elect, you know, and we want to touch deliverance as well, you know, go ahead.
Which I will put in thy mouth, said the Lord.
And the Lord is the one that put that in our mouth, man. So it's not like, as I said, we don't speak of ourselves, we don't speak of one thing. The Lord said which He is going to put in our mouth. Go ahead.
And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true.
And the words that are written in this book, man, you know, in the Bible and also in the Apocrypha, you know, it's faithful and true. You understand? As it is written, saying John 17:17, sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth. So what we're bringing out here, the word of the Most High, this is the truth, man. You understand? The words that are written in here, you know, this is the truth. You understand? Just as how our foreparents came in slavery, that was the truth. And we be slaves over 400 years. That's the truth. And now the Heavenly Father is waking us up back to our heritage, man. The scripture say the Lord is, we're going to discontinue from our heritage, Jeremiah 17 verse 4. See, you have a scripture? You have a scripture? Wait, bring up what we have.
Alright, this is Habakkuk 2 verse 1. It says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower and will watch to see what he will say unto me and what I shall answer when I am reproved.
Go ahead.
And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables.
Which is the scriptures, man. It's plain. It said, write the vision, write the things that you have seen, you know, and make it plain upon tables. The scriptures. Go ahead.
That he may run that readeth.
Yeah, because even the Apostle Paul likened this ministry as unto a race, because we're racing to the finish line. Go ahead.
For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak.
Go ahead.
And not lie.
So it's speaking now, it's not lying. Go ahead.
Though it tarry, wait for it.
So we're waiting for it, man. We're waiting for the promise that was made to our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, that the Lord is going to grant unto us the land of Canaan. You know, put the Eden under subjection, give unto us immortality, you know, where we have righteous bodies, you know, where sin dwelleth in our flesh no more, sin, that we die not again.
Hey, and whatever religion you're part of, Christianity, whether you want to be Christianity, any other Israelite group, if you're not sitting and waiting for that promise, or that hope, or that covenant that the Most High promised to us, then in a sense you even read the Bible.
Yeah, you're vain.
Because most of the scriptures based upon that promise, that covenant and the hope when He gives to us.
Yeah, right throughout the scriptures, man. It is should be mindful of His covenant, right? He's speaking to the 12 tribes. Be always mindful of His covenant. So once you, as the brother said, if you go into the scriptures and you're not bringing it out from the perspective of that promise that was made unto our foreparents, then you're vain, because you know not the scriptures, man. You're doing it whether for filthy lucre's sake or you're just sincerely incorrect. You understand? Go ahead.
It said, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie.
Go ahead.
Though it tarry, wait for it.
Right, though it tarry, wait for it. Go ahead.
Because it will surely come, it will not tarry.
It will surely come, it will not tarry. Now, what are some of the visions, man? We're going to see a major famine. We're going to see pestilences, man. We're going to see the microchip, the RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast, being implemented. And that's another major prophecy. Ultimately, America is going to be burnt. That whole landmass that you call America, which is known in the scriptures as the daughter of Babylon or Mystery Babylon the Great, all of that's going to be burned by missiles, man. You understand? And the Lord is going to come back in a huge, gigantic, so-called UFO, a spacecraft, you know, so massive, man, it is going to block out the sun, you know, to deliver his elect. Matthew 24 verse 29, the Lord tell you, say, I'm going to do that. So, these are some of the things that we're declaring unto you, man. And we're going into the scriptures, man. Yeah, we're going into the scriptures for edification's sake, so that you can see that it is not our words, but it is of the Lord, Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai. You know? Yeah, what scripture?
Yeah, let me get this. Alright, this is Matthew 24, verse 4. And Yahweh Shai answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. And he shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
Right, so you've been hearing of wars, man, and rumors of war. This, as you turn on your news, because the word rumor is a news, see? So you turn on your news, you hear, even on stations like Cartoon News Network, CNN, yeah, you've been hearing about wars and rumors of wars. So you turn on your news, you hear, oh, this about Iran, that about China, this about trading, this, you know? See, so we've been in that stage already, man. Go ahead.
It says, see that ye be in trouble for all these things.
And that's a key. This is a key thing. The scripture say you're not supposed to be troubled. The scripture say perfect love casteth out fear. So if you really believe in what he was teaching, you're not supposed to be troubled, man. You're supposed to be joyful in spirit. Not proud, you know, but joyful in spirit, because at the end of the day, even if you don't make it, you know that, look, this kingdom is about to come to an end. And if you're going to have to born back in a righteous kingdom, where you don't have to suffer or go through any more hardship or not like that, it's coming, man. You know, the promise that was made unto our forefathers is coming, so you're not supposed to be troubled. You know, whether by but as the Apostle Paul said, whether by sound or by letter, you're not supposed to be troubled, man. You understand? You're supposed to be rejoicing in spirit. Go ahead.
It said, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famine and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places.
Right. So, but we've been seeing earthquakes. We see pestilences coming up now. See, even though this one is it's actually real, but the whole pandemic bullshit is not real. You understand? The overhype of this thing is not real. You understand? It's a scare. See? But the scriptures also say you're gonna see what? Famine. So now is the time when the Lord is gonna bring famine upon the society, man. And that's one of the worst way to die, man. You see that video with the old man at the street edge of the hospital, KPH, Kingston Public, and everybody walk past him being on the street, you know, with his knees all showing and his ribs all showing, you know, like a skeleton. With flesh. You know, so you see, that's famine, man. He was facing famine. He's ill and not eating, so he was facing famine. Now, you know, people walking past him like them, not see nobody. But that's how the Lord's gonna judge majority of his people, man. You understand? So a lot of you gonna die from famine, man. See? Go ahead.
So then shall they it's an pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted and shall kill you. Right, so
this is the beginning of sorrows, man. So right now we're in the beginning of sorrows. But it also says we're gonna be what? Delivered up to be afflicted. And some of us we're gonna be put to death. You know, being martyrs for Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai here. Now the brother Shapal said in dream that my neck was slashed. You know? Said the brother say, oh, in the dream, even though it was scary as I'm MFer, you know, the brother say, yo, the Spirit of the Lord was there where I just bent over and like it was a faith booster to him because he was in line to get his next chapter as well. You understand? And the brother say, yo, the way you walk up and take put me under the guillotine to get it chopped off, it build him up in spirit, like he was saying, yeah. See, he was saying to himself, look, I can't go myself and I can go in the name of the Lord likewise and go and get my neck chopped. See, not that I'm saying, yo, that's the way I'm gonna die, or that's not the way I'm gonna die. But the scripture says some of us gonna be martyrs for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai's sake. And whatever way it comes, see, we pray that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is with us, you know, guiding us, that we shall fulfill his will in whatever means necessary, man. You understand? Because nevertheless, these prophecies has to be fulfilled. You understand? Because if these things don't happen, oh, then can the scriptures be fulfilled, man?
Huh? And that's one of the reasons why the brother faith, brother was so, his spirit was lifted up in the dream, because him read them thing here and then the scripture say, hey, these things shall happen. So when him see it happen, even though the brother had to get cut off, right, him spirit build up, because him know say the brother just gone in a spiritual for come back.
Exactly. And that's what we believe that, man. We believe that, you know? You can go which one are you gonna go? Oh yeah, anyone. See, because even verse 29 good, you know. See, verse 29.
Matthew 24 verse 29. So immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened and the moon shall not give her light.
Meaning you're gonna have mists raining on this place, man. You understand? And also you got the elites, or the wicked elites of the society, their wisdom is gonna be thrown out. See, because what they're doing, see, what they're doing, they're working with pure left-hand energy, man. See, thinking that they're gonna accomplish their new world order. But at the end of the day, the new world order that is gonna be set up, you know, is the Constitution of Israel, man. You understand? It's the order of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. See? Don't the Lord tell you that when you go Revelation chapter 14, tell you that upon Mount Zion, it was what? 144,000 of the various tribes. So therefore, that's the new order where the Most High set up. See, Yahushai, the Lord, whom we really ignorantly call Jesus Christ, saying, King David, all the way down, every man in his own order, man. See, go ahead.
So the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken.
Yeah, because when the missiles hit, man, that's when the Esau's empire is totally through. As it is written, Jacob is the beginning of Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. So when the missiles hit, then the turning of things is gonna, it's a paradigm shift. You understand? That's gonna be the birth of the nation of Israel, man. You understand? The trading places, that move, trading places, that's when Jake is gonna go up on top and Esau is gonna come down. See? Because remember the prophecy with Jacob held the hand, the heel of Esau, man, to pull them out of power, man. Seen by the spirit and power of the Lord, man.
And
see?
China,
and because people actually believe China is the next superpower. What China money comes from the EU, man. We've been saying that for years, man. China of themselves has no money. See? So that the other day somebody tell me I talk crap. So okay, we don't need to debate that. Go ahead.
And the powers of heaven shall be shaken, and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven.
And then you're gonna see the chariots, man. Then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man, the chariots. Go ahead.
And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn.
And then the tribes of the earth gonna mourn. All these nations, man, these various nations, all these nations that was up in our part of our captivity in some way, shape or form, or over the centuries, man. Saying that looked upon us with scorn and never thought it and never take it in mind that he was actually touching the apple of the Lord's eye. You know, the Israelites, you're gonna get it, man. The scripture said, then shall the tribes of the earth mourn. Go ahead.
And they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven.
And you're gonna see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven, not the actual clouds, but the so-called UFOs, man. A pillar of cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night. Go ahead.
With power and great glory, and he shall send his angel with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to another.
Right, so they shall gather together as what? His elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. So it's all about the elect, man. See, so when the Lord comes back, he's gonna gather together his elect. Seeing the ones that was sighing and crying for the abominations that may be happening here. The ones that return back to their custom saying, look, we are the Israelites, man. Seeing and actually believe. You know, because this thing of ours is a thing of faith. You know, as a matter of fact, let me stop this and play it for 15 minutes.